Hello, underachievers. So I have a kidney infection. I bet this is gonna get demonetized. But yeah, a kidney infection. It hurts. So pretty much, today is now Friday, but about a week ago, I started getting the feeling that, I might have a UTI because it hurt when I peed, it burnt when I peed, my pee was cloudy. Don't know how much you want to know about the colour of my pee, but I had the symptoms of a UTI. My pee was burning, cloudy pee, pain. So I looked it up and I was like, okay, I think I have a UTI. I'm pretty sure I have a UTI. And then I realised that in my childhood and when I was at school, I had probably had like a lot of UTIs before. I just did nothing about them. But I just thought it was normal for your pee to hurt sometimes. Apparently it's not. So I got Corey to go to Sainsbury's and get me some cystitis medication. They sell little sachets of like cystitis medicine. It's like, what is it? Cranberry flavored. It's got cranberry juice in it, I think. And that's supposed to flush out the infection. So I was like, okay, I'll just take these sachets. You're supposed to take them 3 times a day. So I was doing that. And then in the middle of the night, I woke up and I was like, oh, I have back pain. Back pain woke me up. And I moved around a bit and I was like, oh, I really do have back pain. This hurts a lot. Like a lot of pain. I thought maybe I was just lying in a weird position. I wasn't really. I was being spooned. That doesn't usually cause back pain. So I tried to get back to sleep. Didn't really work. I couldn't sleep until like 6:30 a.m. And then when I woke up after that, I was like, well, my back still hurts. And then I realised, I felt around a bit and I was like, oh wait, that's not my back, that's my kidney. If it was muscular, it wouldn't feel like it was deep inside me. So I realised I had kidney pain. And then I was like, oh wait, I have a UTI as well. Kidney pain and a UTI. So I googled it and apparently, if you leave a UTI untreated, or even if you do treat it sometimes, because I was using cystitis sachets, if you don't use antibiotics, sometimes the bacteria from the UTI can travel up into the kidneys. And I was like, well, that's terrifying, isn't it? Like, I'm completely fine with being injured on, like, the outside of my body. If there's a bruise, whatever. If there's a cut, whatever. I used to leave, like, my scabs to get infected, and I wouldn't really care, because I was like, oh, I can see it. If it gets too manky, I'll do something about it. But when something is inside of me, I'm kind of like, oh, that's scary, because I can't see it. Like, my kidney could be looking manky right now, and I wouldn't know, and that scares me. So, I thought, maybe I have a kidney infection. And then it was on a weekend, so I was like, I'll leave it over the weekend, and I'll go to the clinic on Monday. But as the weekend went on, it just got worse. Just hurt a lot. Hurt to move, hurt to walk, hurt to take a deep breath in. You take a deep breath in and your kidney hurts. It also hurt a lot more at night than it did in the morning. So, I would wake up and in the morning I'd be like, oh, I'm fine. But then by the time it got to night, I was like, oh, I'm not fine. So I talked to a few friends, did a bit of Googling, and I researched, okay, and the sources that I was looking at were just like, oh, you can go to a sexual health clinic for a UTI, because a lot of the times UTIs are caused by, like, sex, or, like, not washing properly after sex, or not peeing after sex. So I was like, okay, I'll just go to a sexual health clinic, because I'm already registered there, I like the people there, they're nice, I go there for my contraception, and I was like, it's not far away from my house, so I'll go to the sexual health clinic. So I went to the walk-in centre for the sexual health clinic, waited ages, because it takes ages, and then I got in, and I was like, hey, like, got a UTI, I think, but also, like, my kidneys hurt a lot, like, they hurt a lot, like, really bad. And the guy was just like, why are you here? Like, why are you in a sexual health clinic if you think you got a UTI? And I'm like, well, 3 of my friends told me that you would treat a UTI, and I also Googled it, and it says sexual health clinics should treat UTIs, so I was like, safe bet coming here, it's close to my house, may as well come here. And he was like, still confused as to why I was there. I don't know why. He was like, do you think you got it from sex? And I'm like, I don't think so, because I pee after sex, but maybe. So he was a bit confused on what to do, so I was like, so he took a pee sample, I peed in a pot, he didn't take it, I brought a pot into the toilet and peed in it. I had a lot of pee. Then I brought it back. He felt up my tummy, and I was like, no, like, the pain is in the back. And then he tried feeling around the back a bit, the kidneys. He didn't really do that. He was nice, though. And then I waited a bit after that for the results, and I went back into the room, and he was like, there is some blood and some white blood cells in your urine, which means there's an infection. And I was like, okay, expected that. He put me on antibiotics, and I was like, are these antibiotics for a UTI or for like a kidney problem? And he was like, well, it's for a UTI because I haven't tested your kidneys. I was like, okay. So I googled it, and the antibiotics he's given me are used for kidney infections as well. So we're all good. So pretty much I have to take 4 pills. No, yes, kind of. I have to take a pill 4 times a day for 5 days. I'm now on my 4th day, I think. and it still really hurt last night. So we don't know if they're working. Who knows? He said if it doesn't feel better after the 5 days that I should go to A&E. But I feel it's a bit drastic. I'll go to a clinic. There's not a sexual health clinic. I don't want to go to A&E because like there's people dying there, and I don't want to be like my kidney hurts. So yeah, that's the kidney story. I'm not sure how long that took to explain. So because my body hurts and I'm in pain and I'm ill, I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna do a Q&A because Q&As are easy and they don't take much energy, and I don't have much energy. So questions. Tell us you and Corey's love story. There isn't one. Do you miss school? Absolutely not. And thinking about the more I think about school after leaving it, the more I realize that so much stuff you do at school is so useless, and so many of the rules are so dumb, and I'm so angry about it because I know like all schools kind of suck with like boundaries and like stupid rules. I went to a like ex-naval boarding school, so we had dumb rules. Like I wasn't allowed to leave the school grounds. When we went to the mess hall, which is like the dining area, we weren't allowed more than 1 protein per meal. So if I wanted a ham and cheese sandwich, I couldn't have that. I'd have to have a ham sandwich or a cheese sandwich. Or if I had chicken, I couldn't have cheese on the chicken. I had to just have chicken or just cheese. Not fun. Stupid rules. As a whole, I don't miss it. I guess I enjoyed marching band. Marching band was fun. I enjoyed sports. I miss hockey and rugby. But I know that I can do that in the future without school. I don't miss school. Everyone's just like, school is the best days. Are the best days of your life? They're really not. So don't worry about not enjoying school because you think it's going to be the only time in your life where you'll enjoy yourself. You really won't. When you finish school, you're like, okay, bye. How do you get a kidney infection? Well, I got a UTI and then it traveled up into the kidney. Would you ever go bald? Now, I'm not sure if you're talking about, like, if I would get a buzz cut. To answer that question, I would never get a buzz cut. I have an ugly shaped head. I've got a small shaped head. I've got a small face. If I went bald or if I had a buzz cut, that would just be the worst. I would look so bad. If you're not talking about a buzz cut and if you're thinking like, will I ever be bald in the future because of genetics and you know like balding? No. No one in my family is bald. I mean, my dad's got a tiny bald patch, but usually when it comes to genetics, you look at your mum's dad and he's got hair. So we're good. I need to start doing peace signs. I'm not gonna go bald. Thank God. How are your rats? Well, fun fact, I'm not sure. They're acting fine, but we found what looked like blood in their urine, so we went to the vets last night. 2 of the rats gave a pee sample, 1 of them didn't. Scab, you're an asshole, we need to check your pee, okay? But 1 of the rats' urine was fine, all clear. The other rat had blood in their urine, so we've tried to give them, like, an anti-inflammatory. We gave the rat him. We gave him the anti-inflammatory last night, and then woke up today and there's diarrhea in the cage because he's got diarrhea, and I called up the vets and they're like, hey, stop giving it to him if he's got diarrhea, and we're like, okay, cool. But pretty much we've been sent home, we've been told to collect urine samples, 1 of the rat who never gave a urine sample, and another sample of the rat who has blood in his pee because the sample wasn't big enough to, test it properly. But they're acting fine, I'm keeping a close look at them, making sure they're eating and drinking. I'm sure they'll be fine. And the blood that they found in the urine, it wasn't much blood. So they'll be fine. I'll keep you updated. Are you going to do a kidney reveal after the course of antibiotics? See, I really want to. I know, see, it's a dumb question. I like it. Obviously, I can't do that. But I have this thing. I really want to see what my insides look like. I just want to have a scan of my body. I just want to know what my body looks like. And I'm not trying to say this in like oh, I'm special. Oh, I'm so different. But I'm convinced there's something different about my body. Just the way it works. Just, I feel like it shouldn't be working like that. I feel like I've got, like, problems. I just want to know what my insides look like. You left-handed or right-handed? So this is the thing. I am right-handed. I do everything with my right hand, apart from I eat left-handed. Left-handed. I have the fork in my right hand, the knife in the left hand, as it should be, but apparently that's weird. And in some places they find it impolite. I'm sorry, I can't eat like a normal person. My YouTube videos, I flip. I mirror them because I don't like how I look this way, so I changed it. But that also includes the covers I do, and when I'm playing guitar, if it's flipped, I'm playing guitar like this, and people think I'm left-handed, but I'm not. I've had a lot of comments and people are just like, oh, it's so nice to see like another left-handed guitar player. It's so nice, like I feel so represented. But that's not me, so I'm sorry about that. Phoenix is left-handed. Would your younger self be surprised to see where you are now? I don't think so, really. Not to be like that trans guy, but like, before I transitioned, I didn't really see a future for myself. I literally couldn't think of anything. It's kind of hard to explain. I couldn't see a future for myself as a girl, so before I transitioned, I couldn't really see a future where I saw anybody that looked like I looked back then. Obviously, since I realized I was trans, I was just like, I can see a future for myself. And this is kind of what I saw it as. I don't really know what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something that, like, entertain people, because I like making people laugh. And I, I like attention. So, like, this suits me, I think. What's your favorite weird food combination? Thank you for asking this question. You guys are going to be disgusted. But, it tastes really good, and I would still do it today if I had the right apple juice. But I used to drink a lot of apple juice as a kid, and I used to eat a lot of shreddies as a kid. And I really like shreddies, and I really like apple juice. So I was like, imagine how good shreddies would taste if they were in apple juice. So I used to get a glass of apple juice and pour shreddies in them, then drink the apple juice, and then spoon the shreddies out. They were covered in apple juice. It tasted delightful. People think it's weird. You should really try it. Another one I used to do is I used to get those, you know those cookies and cream Pop-Tarts? Sorry, my memory card was full. So yeah, I would get the cookies and cream Pop-Tart, I put it in the toaster, and then I'd get a glass of milk, and I'd put a bunch of Oreos in the glass of milk, and I'd squish them down, and then I'd get the Pop-Tart out of the toaster, and then put it in the milk, and then squish it down, and then I'd drink the milk. Tastes so good, like cookies and cream, Oreos, and then I would eat the stuff that was left in the cup with a spoon. Tastes really good. You should try it. What's a kidney infection? It's an infection of the kidney. How many people have you dated? Properly, just one. If you count, like, childhood ones that aren't really boyfriends. I had a boyfriend when I was 11 and 12. Like, the same guy. It was on and off. I liked him a lot more than he liked me. I'm so sorry, Tom. And then I had, like, a boyfriend for one day when I was 13. I don't count that as a relationship. I liked him because he had good hair. I don't know why he liked me. He dumped me after the first day, but I was literally on my way to dumping him. That's the annoying thing. Right, so we went off, and our friends were just like, you need to kiss, and I was like, I don't really want to kiss him, but they were just like, go on, and I was like, okay, I'll do it, and then he tried to kiss me, and it was really bad, and I was like, oh my god, I need to break up with this guy. I'm not, like, into him. I just know. So it was the end of break time. We came back to our friends, and I talked to my friends, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna dump him. And then one of his friends came over and dumped me, and I was like, dumb! No, I was gonna do that. It's really annoying. I don't know, it's boring. Next question. What's the drunkest you've ever been? I've never been drunk. I had, like, cider when I was, like, 14. I didn't get drunk. I was like, this tastes kind of like Oasis, but, like, bad Oasis, so I just had Red Bull instead. What did you want to study at uni? So, right, here's the thing. A lot of people get confused about my life. So my school forced us to apply to university. I didn't want to go. I knew I wasn't going to go. I was like, okay, so this YouTube thing, I'm pretty sure if I work hard at it, and I stay consistent at it, I think it can do pretty well. And I may as well, you know, work on that, and if it doesn't work out, then I can go back to uni. Pretty much my school forced me to apply to uni. I got into all three of my choices. I got 2 unconditionals, so I could have gone to uni if I wanted to. I didn't, but I was going to study psychology or sociology at Surrey University. Are you going to vote in the general election? Yes, of course. If you are eligible to vote, please apply to vote, and please vote. There's no reason not to vote, even if you don't want to vote for anyone in particular. Literally spoil the ballot. At least they'll know that, you know, they're not giving good enough people. There is no excuse for not voting. There is postal vote. If you can't leave your house, you can apply for postal vote. So you just have to write it on a piece of paper and send it off in the post. You can get someone else to send it off the post. You can't go to the post box. There is no excuse. If you want to see change in the country, you cannot complain if you do not vote. There was some dumbass dude from Palais Royale that tweeted something like, there's no such thing as the voice of the people. The government is corrupt. Which, okay, yeah, okay, bit corrupt. Obviously, we know that. And then he was just like, I don't believe in voting, so I'll never vote. Dumb. That's a dumb thing to say, and that's an incredibly stupid thing to say to an audience of young people. Even if there was a 1% chance that your vote did matter, then you would vote. Because, you know, I'm not going to lose that 1% chance. If there's a chance I can change something, I'm going to take it. So yeah, if you can, vote. Okay, that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm fine for the moment. But yeah, have a good day or don't. See you later, losers. I have to punch you now, don't I? I'm just going to zoom in on my fist, and that'll be the punch, because I don't want to go all the way over there, because my body hurts.